Last person, Jeroboam. Jeroboam was a servant of Solomon. A nobody. A nobody. If you read the book of 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 29, the Bible says, one day he was passing by. He had a very note. And the man came to him and said, come, now come. In those days, prophet behaves so strange. When he came, the man tore his clothes and divided the clothes into 12 pieces and said, collect 10. He collected 10 pieces. And the man told him, if I be a prophet, you will have 10 tribes. You will rule 10 tribes out of 12 tribes of Israel. It came to pass. It happened that he became the king of 10 tribes. The king of the northern kingdom. He ruled. But this very young man called Jeroboam forgot where he came from. God said, if you can't serve me with all your heart, love me like David, my servant. David was not the most righteous, but there was one thing, there was one reason why God loved him. Anytime he commits sin, he must go down, cry for mercy. Bible says one day he was upstairs, looking at how beautiful the kingdom was, and he saw a woman taking a shower, a beautiful woman. He told his servants, go and get me that woman. They went and got him the woman. He slept with the woman became pregnant. And there was war. The husband of this woman was a soldier, fighting in the war front. When the woman discovered I am pregnant, she came to the king and said, my lord, I am pregnant and my husband is not even at home. The king now used his brain and said, what can I do? He wrote a letter to the commander. Tell Uriah to come home. I want to see him. When Uriah came, he said to Uriah, wow, I love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. Just go and take some rest. He had planned with the woman, if your husband come home, seduce him so that he will think he is responsible. After many weeks, when he finds out that you are pregnant, the man says, no, my lord, I can't go home when my people are fighting in the war front. I can't. David says, you don't want to go home? The man refused. The man slept at the palace, waiting to return back to the war front the next day. David now wrote a letter, said to the captain, put him in the front. When the enemies are coming, command him to go forward and command others to go back. He carried the letter. He never knew that it was his death sentence. He gave it to the commander. The commander read it and followed the order. And this man was killed. He died. The prophet of God came. Nathan the prophet came. And said, my lord, there was a man that was so rich in this kingdom. This man has so many animals, goat, sheep, name them. And there was one poor man that have just one sheep. And this rich man have the mind to take the only sheep that belongs to this poor man. Not only taking his only sheep, he also killed him. David says, what in this kingdom? Who did this? That person deserves to die. The prophet says, you are the one. How could you have done this? He fell on the ground and said, Father, please forgive me. Show me mercy. That woman was Solomon's mother. There is nobody perfect but Solomon, but David had a heart to always seek for mercy. But Jeroboam, Bible said, he built altar in his own kingdom to stop the children of Israel from going to Jerusalem to make sacrifice. Why? He said, if they keep on going there, they may change their mind. And they will now kill me, and the whole kingdom will come back together. Not only building altar, he did not build the altar of God. he built an idol altar, and he told the children of Israel, this is where you will be worshiping from today. Bible says he began to build altars everywhere. Altars everywhere. He began to build altars everywhere. This thing became a sin before the Lord. Idolatry. If you read the book of 1 Kings chapter 13, there was a warning. A prophet came to warn him. 1 Kings chapter 13. Bible says, this prophet came and said, you altar, if I be a prophet, a son will be born. And this very son will kill so many people that perform sacrifice on you. And you shall be rent into two, and your ashes will pour away. And it was a day that Jeroboam was about to sacrifice. Bible said, when Jeroboam heard the voice of this young man, he says, arrest him. As he stretched forth his hand, Bible says his hand dried up. He could not take back the hand. He now fell and said, please, ask your God to have mercy to restore my hand. The prophet prayed to the Lord, and the Lord restored the hand. And then he said to the prophet, come, let me entertain you, man of God. The prophet says, no. God told me, don't eat here. Don't drink here. Even if you give me half of your kingdom, I will not collect. As he was going, the news began to spread. There was one young boy that came here. If you see miracle, he performed. And the Bible says, there was an old prophet. An old prophet. When his children came back, they told him, Dad, did you hear what happened today? This young prophet performed an unusual miracle. He asked them, where did he go? They said, that way. He went on his horse and pursued after this young man. And he saw him under the oak, rested. And he said to him, are you the man of God that prophesied to Jeroboam today? He said, yes. He said to him, come home, let me give you food and drink you eat. He says, no. God told me. God told me. Don't return back from the same way you followed. And also, don't eat anything. Don't drink anything. Bible says, and the old prophet lied to him. The old prophet did what? Lied to him and said, I am also a prophet. God told me I should bring you home and give you food. Bible says, but he lied. But he what? He lied unto him. He followed this old prophet and went home. And Bible says, when he went home, he entertained him. As he was eating and drinking, the same old prophet that said, God told me, said to him, thus says the Lord of hosts, because you did not obey a simple instruction God have given to you, you shall not reach home alive. He was done eating, he left. The Bible says as he was going home, a lion tore him into two. A lion devoured him. He forgot the original manuscript, the original assignment God gave him because of food.